We all want to live a happy, productive life, but sometimes we just need a little help. Our Coach On Call experts provide strategies to help you live your best life now. Joining me today is Linda Mitchell, a certified transition coach, reinvention expert, and speaker who empowers people that are stuck, overwhelmed, or ready for change to release the struggle, gain clarity, and evolve to their highest purpose as they move through life's challenges and transitions. Linda is here today to discuss how to create a resiliency reservoir. Welcome, Linda. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for inviting me back, Joan.
Linda, these are unusually difficult times. The news is depressing, there's a national and global crisis, and the loss and grief people are experiencing is immense. How do we create a resilient mindset during these tough times?
Resiliency is one of those skills that requires you to struggle or falter a bit in order to hone the skill of bouncing back. The more hurdles you face, the more resiliency you naturally develop. Some days will be more challenging than others. And just like having a spare tire in your trunk, isn't it a good idea to have a full tank, a resiliency reservoir of sorts, to help us bounce back in tough times? Accept the messiness of life. Just allow yourself to stumble and get back up again. I believe that adopting a healthy, feel-good routine will boost your resiliency and your immunity at the same time. Here's some practices I really believe will help. First, engage in a gratitude practice. And I know people have heard this one before, and for good reason. It really works. But here's the key. You can't just do it haphazardly. Choose a day of the week or a regular time each day to write down at least a few things you're grateful for. And challenge yourself to never repeat an entry. After a few weeks, you'll have an amazing gratitude list that will be a really wonderful pick-me-up on those down days. It will help you see that even during difficult struggles, there are some reasons to smile. Next, we've got to be a container of compassion. And this can be tough, but it has a really big payoff. When others try your patience, the quickest path to harmony is compassion. That's the ability to relate to others' suffering without judging them. People who give and receive compassion have stronger immune systems, experience less pain and suffering, and research shows they do bounce back faster from setbacks and hardships. That's building resiliency. And I should note that self-compassion is critical here too. So tame your inner critic and show yourself a little compassion. This fosters acceptance and resilience. And third, find ways to be flexible. Expecting things to be just as they always were, it's unrealistic. And it accentuates suffering and keeps us from making necessary changes. So find new ways to create a little bit of happiness each day. And as you become more flexible, you'll discover new ways to deal with challenges. And this, too, creates resiliency. So these practices definitely help create a bounce-back mindset and a resilience reservoir that you can tap into on those difficult days.
Linda, we hear a lot about mindfulness and living in the present moment. Would that practice fit in? Would that help us become more resilient?
Yeah, actually staying mindfully in the present moment is a great way to live, and not just in difficult times. Because, you see, it spontaneously expands your capacity for joy. Why? Because you begin to notice the small little pleasures in each moment that would normally go unnoticed. The more joy we notice, the easier it is to cope with adversity and to bounce back. So I encourage people to spend time in nature, create intentional alone time, and do things that bring you pleasure, where you can really be in the moment. Don't have any expectations, just simply be in the moment and notice and honor whatever comes up for you.
Resilient people seem to be more positive and have a brighter outlook.
Oh, yes, that is so true. And you know what? One easy and fun way to do that is to intentionally look for all the good things that happen in a day. Find little things to celebrate each day. Encourage those in your circle to do the same. This kind of gets us out of that normal pattern of focusing on all the stuff that's going wrong, and so even taking a minute or two to celebrate the little steps that you take towards a larger goal is so important and so uplifting. Now, you don't have to throw a party. Just pause, acknowledge yourself, and take a moment to really feel that joy in your body. Kind of marinate in that good feeling for a minute and just take it all in. That's a meaningful way to celebrate your successes. Do this often. And encourage your family to do it too. It kind of creates this playful, easy atmosphere in the home where we're all spending so much more time, right? So focusing on the good versus the imperfect is a healthy way to not just strengthen relationships and create more harmony, but it also creates resiliency. And the more aligned you are with your true purpose and mission, the stronger you feel and the more resilient you become, because deep down you're going to find a way to get through the tough stuff. Do things that make you laugh every day. Laughter is so healing and uplifting. Children laugh hundreds of times each day. Adults, not so much. But when we can laugh, even at ourselves, we're much more likely to find the positive in every situation. When we get stuck in the muck, the negativity, and the hardship, we don't bounce back as easily. But resilient people find ways to dig up something positive, even in the difficult circumstances. They naturally become more optimistic. So laugh every day. Try some of these practices for a week or two and see how differently you feel. You'll be creating your own resiliency reservoir.
Linda, thank you so much for joining us. If you would like to learn more about Linda and her work, you can visit livinginspiredcoaching.com. Or as always, to hear more from Linda, you can visit our website, cyacyl.com/Linda.